Hello, we've come to look at one of my absolute favourite paintings. Do come and have a look. I think it's wonderful. Yes, it's the glorious painting of Ophelia by John Everett Millais, the iconic image of the Pre-raphaelite movement and one of the most important works of the mid-19th century, admired for its beauty and its accurate depiction of a natural landscape. Just look at his superb detail in the flowers, the greenery, and the little robin. The painting depicts Ophelia singing while floating in a river just before she drowns, as described in Shakespeare's Hamlet. The work encountered a mixed response when first exhibited at the Royal Academy. A critic in Times newspaper wrote, "Mr. Millais' Ophelia in her pool makes us think of a dairymaid in a frolic," and John Ruskin, though finding the technique exquisite, expressed doubts about the location. That rascally, wire-fenced, garden-rolled nursery maid's paradise. This is where Millais painted his famous picture of Ophelia in the Hogsmill River in Surrey. He did this through rain, wind, biting insects, 11 hours a day, over 5 months. It nearly drove him mad, but he did have his friend, William Holman Hunt, a stone's throw away, painting The Light of the World, also a very famous picture. In November, he even constructed a shelter made out of hurdles woven with straw to keep out the worst of the weather. He was under no illusions of the epic task he had set himself. Certainly the painting of a picture under such circumstances would be greater punishment to a murderer than hanging, he said. But he was determined to capture nature in exquisite detail. As he said, "It doesn't matter how beautifully a thing is painted, it is no good if it isn't right." At an early stage, Millais painted a water vole paddling next to Ophelia. Millais painted the water vole out of the final picture, although a rough sketch of it still exists in an upper corner of the canvas hidden by its frame. This is the house where the second half of Ophelia was painted using the model Lizzie Siddal, wearing a beautiful antique dress he'd found in a local shop for £4, a lot of money in those days. She was what the Pre-Raphaelites called a stunner, and was discovered working in a hat shop by a friend of Millais. She posed for him in a tin bath of water here for over 3 months during the winter of 1852. Not surprisingly, she contracted a severe cold, which cost Millais today's equivalent of £3,000 in doctor's bills. It's a wonder it didn't kill her. This was the Millais family home in Gower Street, Bloomsbury. It was here, in 1848, that he founded the secretive Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood, together with his friends William Holman Hunt and Dante Gabriel Rossetti, who were influenced by Michelangelo and especially Raphael, along with a great appreciation of the medieval aesthetic. Millais was a child prodigy and at 11 became the youngest student to enter the Royal Academy schools. Immensely talented with an enormous appetite for work, his later works were very successful, making him one of the wealthiest artists of his day. This is a selection of my favorite paintings.